Uh-oh, I think that's another cracked piston. Right, yep, the truth is, as these vehicles get older, there's going to be more cracked pistons. Fact of the matter. So you want to, anybody that wants to keep an old vehicle with 450,000 kilometers needs to be on my videos and not miss a bloody video, right? And if you've had the vehicle for, someone else has had it, you haven't had it that long, and you don't know the history of it, it's always a risk, and we've got a solution for everything. The only one problem these cars and engines can have is the cracked piston, and there's a solution. It's the cracked piston fund. But even before that, all the maintenance, there's a maintenance triangle I'm going to talk about in another video. The maintenance triangle, to how to make any engine last forever. 3 things, but that's in another video. So subscribe, turn the bell on if you don't want to miss it. But this is a cracked piston, and we're going to do it again. Just having a look how to diagnose the cracked piston. So firstly, this thing was actually really filthy when it arrived here. Yeah, we gave it a bit of a clean up because we can't work on vehicles like that. Minor works maybe, but respectfully, there's no reason to have it like that. So whether it's a service, injector replacement or engine replacement, please make sure not only the engine bay, the vehicle's clean. When we do an engine, the wheels have to come off, bash plates have to come off, the rubber trims at the side between the chassis and the body, all this sort of stuff. So if you can really make sure the car's thoroughly clean, it makes our job easier. Otherwise, we'll either work around it and it'll cost you extra because of the difficulties of the dirt, or we can clean it and it'll cost you extra. So whichever one you prefer. So if you're new to my videos and you've just found yourself with the engine running rough, or you're on the side of the road and you think you've got a problem, that's unfortunate. You should probably do your research before it happens. Anybody with any motor vehicle, anytime ever, 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, 10 years old, or even brand new ones, should be doing their research and try and find a specialist, whoever's the most experienced on the particular make and model vehicle they're using, and or that they want to keep and that they want to make last. I generally do 1KD FTV. There is some other engines that are good that we own and use and that we'll keep as well. This is particularly my favorite for a number of reasons I already discussed before, but there's other engines I like as well. And a lot of this information relates from one engine to the other, whether it's petrol or diesel. It's like, I've said that on this vehicle, but it's the same on that vehicle. But there's also variables, and we do talk about the other engines sometimes. I don't want to talk about Ford Rangers or Ford Everests because it's all bad news. I'm not joking around here. Those engines in Rangers, they crack pistons as well, and pistons look the same, but they've got a myriad of other problems. They are the number one. Ask any RACV patrolman, I'm sure they would agree. Besides Range Rover, of course, the Fords, the Rangers and the Everest, always going on tow trucks. That'd be, go ahead and ask someone, right? Mark, are you watching this video? Do you mind just putting in the comment, would that be pretty accurate? There's lots of Fords going on tow trucks. I'm not here to pick on Fords. I used to like Fords, right? I used to like the Fords over the Holdens because mechanically, I believe they were better. And in comparison, and the Holdens, they kind of look good, they look like a VT, look better than an AU, right? But the AU was mechanically better than the VT. But that's another story. Mark, let us know. Is there a lot of Fords, Rangers and Everest? Just pop it in the comments for everybody that wants to bother listening so they know it's real. But there's plenty of other people. If anyone knows someone that works in dealerships, I've got contacts, but they're busy. They're not watching the videos either. So let's start this one up and diagnose the cracked piston to show you, if your vehicle's running like this, what you can do next to start heading down the right path. Because if you've ended up there at some point in time, you've been on the wrong pathway. Right, let's just start it up, and I want to just show you a couple of trip stats and the kilometers also. Right, so we've got a vehicle that looks like it's getting pretty good economy. And only in previous days he said to his wife how it's just purring along so nicely. So don't think there's any telltale signs about it's going to be running bad or something along those lines. There it is, 447,000 Ks. Okay, so we've got a a diesel engine, a 1kd FTV that would normally be running smooth and flat, and depends how bad the hole in your piston is, whether you're going to be able to get the engine running or not. Usually they will run like this, and you can still drive it. And you know what, just to prove the point, we will take it for our drive here on our private property, just to show you how, even though this has happened, it hasn't fully let you down, it hasn't stopped. You can still limp the vehicle in circumstances where necessary to a safe place for you or the vehicle. You don't want to be stopped on the side of a 100k freeway with double lines and just be blocking the road. You could be dead. Your life's much more important than this vehicle or this engine. So you can keep moving along. I'd recommend about 60 k's an hour, lightest acceleration possible. Right, so how do we know what's wrong with this engine? It could be just a bad injector, maybe some wiring, and it could be that. It certainly could be, and that's why we're here again now. So we have a look at the wires of the injectors to check and see, is there any damage? Have the rats been chewing on it? Have the mice been chewing on it? Have the bloody grease monkeys been yanking on it, you know? Those wires look pretty good. We know these injectors were changed. They were changed late though. They were changed at about 370,000 Ks for the first time. Still worth doing, because usually this isn't going to happen, but this is a risk. And this will be one of the main contributors, besides being modified, bull bars, lights blocking airflow, driving in overdrive gears, towing, and the maintenance not done. By the condition of the engine bay photo, that always seems to tell me a bit of an indication of how well the heart of the beast has really been looked after, because people's vehicles that we look after, to bring them to us, most of them, they'll keep it like this. They'll take it off-road, they'll use it, and they'll bring it back and they'll clean it. Alright, so it's a misfire. It could be an injector not working right, it could be the wiring, but rare that it's the wiring. If you can't see a problem with the wiring, it's probably not going to be the wiring, unless someone aftermarket's come along and done some dodgy works and damaged some wiring somewhere. If you can't see it up here, it's probably not that. If you've got 300,000 or 400,000 kilometre injectors, yep, they're that bad that they could be causing the engine to run like this. One of them could fail completely. But these injectors are really good. They generally don't do that. But they do wear out. They're not working right, and then you've got wrong combustion. You won't see that because the ECU, the computer, adjusts and sort of hides it and corrects it. But it's not as good as having good fresh injectors working right. You've got mechanical wear. There's only so much the software can do. Now, so the only causes of an engine running like this, a diesel engine, let's be specific, this one, the 1kd FTV, if it's not the wiring and it's not the injectors, it's something with one of the cylinders. And we know these engines, they do not blow head gaskets unless you've got bad maintenance, a rusted out cooling system, it's really old, you've overheated it, you've lost coolant, someone's worked on it, they put a bit of grease on the hose and it slipped off and cooked your engine. They don't do head gaskets, it just doesn't happen, okay? There is some other issues, all related to maintenance. I'm not going to talk about it, it's in our videos. The only other thing that it's going to be is a cracked piston, and the way to confirm that, and because it's so rare but common, how do I say it? It's really rare, this happening. It's not something to worry about. It's something to do the maintenance, it's something to understand, and it's something to have a plan B and a plan C and a plan D. Like I said, injector kit, VIP group, cracked piston fund are the key things. This gentleman could have been in the cracked piston fund and got a free engine. It's going to cost him 5 figures. But that's okay, maybe you can afford it, whatever. Each to your own. I respect your own decisions. Just understand the situation. To confirm the cracked piston, we've got a lot of shorter videos on our YouTube channel showing you how to do that. You may have seen those. This is the one with all the detail that I felt like doing right now at this minute for you. So please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video around so people can learn. All you need to do, RACV patrolmen, mechanics, petrol mechanics, diesel fitters, retired diesel mechanics, anybody, watching anybody, doesn't matter if you're 80 years old, doesn't matter if you're 13 years old. if you see this on one of these engines and you know it hasn't done that many Ks, and or the injectors that have been done, the wiring's good, and you see it running like this. And I'm not worried about this engine. It's stuffed. So if you're worried about why I'm running it, oh, well, don't worry about it. This engine's stuffed, all right? The best value for money, most reliable way out of this is to fix it and keep it, and that's putting in a brand new long motor, okay? That's the best way to go. If you've cracked it and you want to sell it, that's up to you, but I still wouldn't put a rebuild. Good second-hand engine, if you can confirm it's a good second-hand engine, new engine is the best way to go. If you're going to sell it and you can say you've put a new engine, maybe that's going to help sell it and add value, but it might open up to, well, hang on, why, you know what I mean? It might complicate things. That's for you to figure out. Let's finally get this diagnosis underway. And you can see those traces of dirt that was left over from when I washed it. Look at all that. Right, everybody wanted to see that. See all that dirt around there? Right, so chuff, chuff, chuff like a steam train. So what that is, you can see it going about that fast. That's one of the cylinders only, right, with a crack through the piston, right, like a steam train. If you see how it's going like that, don't lose the cap, right, but I'm just trying to show you how it's chuff, 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 like that. This is a detailed video with the really clear, simple diagnosis of a cracked piston. Yeah, it'll spray a bit of oil around, so don't leave it off too long. Don't drop it, don't be scared, but if you're going to do it, beware you've got an engine fan there. Look, this vehicle's got some issues. It's got the red rubber band from the postie because there's a missing bolt here. Looks like there's more bolts missing from the fan shroud here. Down there it'll be missing, because that shouldn't be loose like that. Just like that bolt's missing. So whoever's worked on it, they've forgotten to put some bolts back together. I don't really know what's happened there. That's a separate story in a separate video. Subscribe, turn the bell on. I'm doing the best I can to help you keep the best, last to the best, lasting forever, and all the solutions in place for if it doesn't work out for you. Because like I said, if you got the vehicle with 200,000 or 300,000 Ks, more or less, you don't know the history before. Towing in overdrive, blocked up radiator cooling systems that haven't had the BFE done, big light setups on bull bars blocking airflow, big massive roof racks, and what a nice day it is out here today. Have a look at that. All right, beautiful if you hang around to the end, but there's no big roof rack, it's just a flat platform. That's what you want. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next video. Hopefully this helps. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. See ya.